It's time for the Home Plate Report, sponsored by Pemco Insurance, for the love of prevention.
The Mariners are enjoying a well-earned day off today before starting a tough road trip tomorrow. 4 very consequential games against the current division leader, and then 3 games against the Dodgers, the team with the best record in baseball. Terry Holloman is here for this week's Home Plate Report. Hello, my friend.
Hey, Kelly. How are you?
Oh, I'm great, and always great when you're here with us, too.
Thank you. Always glad to be here.
So before we get into what's ahead, the Mariners wrapped up their 3-game series against the Cincinnati Reds. How did they play?
Not so great. They didn't fare so well. I mean, I wanted to pause and try to say it so that people didn't get down and depressed. Yeah. I wanted to be glass half full rather than glass half empty, but it wasn't very good. They took two games. The Reds took 2 games out of 3, obviously taking the sweep in that thing, or actually taking the win in that series. And they're not a very good team. And so that's what I was hoping, that the Mariners were going to take this stretch at home and get right, get healthy, get their team together, win a few series, and get on the road to a tough road series. But no, unfortunately, the Reds brought their A game.
Wow. Okay. Well, at least we came away with a couple there.
We came away with 1 versus the Reds. We came away with the series win versus San Francisco right before that. But again, it was a chance, in my opinion, for these Mariners to get things together. They've had some issues, whether they wanted to go with this piggyback pitcher situation. They had some issues with their offense, and just a couple of guys that were dealing with nagging injuries. And you look on the schedule and you see San Francisco below 500. You see the Reds below 500. Maybe this is going to be an opportunity for us to get back on track, get ahead of the AL West, and then move forward.
Gino, fan favorite. Yeah. Love him. We got to see him because he actually plays for the Cincinnati Reds now. It was nice to see how the Mariners fans and his former coaches really welcomed him back, too. Such a fun guy to watch.
Yeah, he is. And, I think he did it was good to have him back. The fans obviously loved him and welcomed him back with open arms. And you look at, his history here in Seattle. I think Seattle fans have a really, good track record when it comes to guys that have been in the city, have done well, have embraced the city, and come back. You look at guys that have gone off and been traded or finished their careers in other places. Even look at a Ken Griffey Jr., right?
Yeah.
He ended his career in Cincinnati, and he was able to. Right now, Ken Griffey can do anything he wants in the city of Seattle. He can come in here right now and take over the show and just lay over, kick back, and do his things. It's because he treated us with such grace and respect. And I think the same thing with Gino. We look at what he was able to do here. Such a great steward, such a great community guy, and obviously a great baseball player. We welcome him with open arms.
Absolutely. Beautifully said. And there are a couple Mariners home runs that I want to talk about, too. Starting on Monday, the Reds decided to intentionally walk Dom Canzone to load the bases and face a struggling Cal Raleigh. But that was a big mistake because on the first pitch, he hit a home run, a grand slam, actually.
Yes, absolutely. I think,
So good for Cal,
I think it's a situation for them where it was like Dumb and Dumber, right? Let's make a dumb move. No, but seriously, though, I think what happens is you get in that situation, you start looking at the numbers, looking at the analytics, and sometimes you can overthink a situation as a manager or a coach, right? That being said, you got a guy like Cal Raleigh, and you look at elite athletes in that situation. It doesn't matter if they're down in slumps or whatnot, they can always pull it off. And you want to put me in a situation, Cal Raleigh, where you're going to walk to try to get to me? These guys have a button. You look at some of those elite guys like Cal Raleigh, like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
They have a button that switches. Okay, you're going to try me? Here we go.
I know, and I love that. I think we need to make him angry more often. Julio, too, he left Monday's game with a leg injury, and then on Tuesday he wasn't in the starting lineup. Obviously, some people were panicking over this, but then he entered the game with a surprise pinch hit in the 6th inning. He blasted a home run into center field. Great to see he's okay. I want to also talk about how that was number 15 for Julio. It put him back on the team leaderboard. We're going to look at all of the leaders there. Yep. Team leaders, Julio, Luke Raley, Dom Canzone are tied for the home run lead. Randy still leads in the batting average and on-base percentage. Cole Young leads in RBIs. He's having a great season. And then there's a new face. My boy.
Your boy.
Josh Naylor. There he is. He took the hits lead with 98. Any surprises there for you looking?
No big surprises. I think obviously Cole Young has been having an incredible season. Randy Arozarena he's been leading with hits all season long. I love to see Julio come out and get that home run the other night with the pinch home run right there. But again, your boy. You look at this team though.
I hope he knows how much I love him.
Josh Naylor. Yeah. These guys, he's been the picture of consistency. Like him and Randy on this team, those guys have been consistent all year long. We just need some of the other guys offensively to step up and follow suit and, get more hits, more runs is what we need right now. But those guys have been absolutely consistent.
Absolutely. We're seeing the same team leaders week after week, which is a good sign for consistency. Let's look at the AL West standings now. There they are. The M's remain a half a game up from first place with the Rangers. These two teams keep trading places. The Mariners were briefly in first place this week, and Houston keeps getting closer.
Yeah, yuck. Nope. Anybody but Houston, right? Yeah, on that list, right? No.
But let's talk about on deck what the Mariners have too. The road series against the Rangers starting Friday. What do we need to know about the Rangers and just how important is this series?
I mean, it's all important, right? This is we're talking about the lead in the AL West right now. We're kind of coming down to crunch time in the season, right? We want to be playing our best baseball leading into, the playoffs, and that's right after the All-Stars, and that's where we're at. And we're going to have an incredible opportunity this weekend against the Texas Rangers. They have the target on their back, right? So we have to come out with our A game. Our pitching, obviously, I have complete faith in our pitching and the guys that we're going to have throwing from the mound. Our offense is just going to have to step up. They're going to have to put some points on the board. It's going to be tough to win games with 2 runs versus the Rangers, so they're really going to need to pick it up.
You know what I think we need to do?
What we do?
Make Cal angry.
Make Cal mad. Send him all the nasty emails. Talk about his mama, talk about his butt, how it looks, deformed. Tell him something to make him mad.
No, just kidding. We love you so much, Cal. But honestly, if it works, it works.
If it works, that's what I'm saying, right? Don't question it.
Thank you so much, Terry. You're so much fun as always. And now a message from our friends at PEMCO Insurance. Looking for one last summer reading activity before school starts? The Seahawks are inviting families to take part in the 12 Pages Summer Reading Challenge. Parents can help their young readers track reading minutes for the chance to win Seahawks prizes, a visit from Blitz, a game day feature, and other fun rewards. Reading log submissions are open July 27th through August 4th. Just scan the QR code you see on the screen to download a reading log and learn how to enter.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by PEMCO Insurance.